Blah, blah, blah. I always take my opening lines for granted because I can never know how to start videos off. Whatever, it's just another weekly reset. Let's just see where the story goes. Dawning is almost over. God, this is the only time I'm looking forward to Iron Banner. Please, I want that armor set from Iron Banner. Please, God. All three of my characters, I've done the story so far, and I don't know which character we're going to bother doing this story with. I think we did a Warlock last week, so I think we'll try Titan this week. So let's play our Titan. And we're not going to do the Eververse check-in. Oh, avoid being demoted, whatever. We're just going to skip the tower check-in and the Eververse check-in. Let's just go straight into the story. And we'll come back to once we have all of our dumb stuff out of the way. Alright, Clovis, tell me what's going on.
We are running out of time. With every passing moment, our adversaries grow closer to seizing control of the war sites. Anastasia has been working on a way to expedite the restoration process, but I doubt it will prove successful. She may have iterated on Rasputin's neural architecture, but she did not build it. I did. No one understands the war mind like I do. Still, allowing her to pursue an alternate methodology can't hurt, so long as it doesn't impede the real work. Rasputin's internal algorithm is fully capable of reconstructing its codebase. All it requires is additional submine data. Reach the vaults and retrieve more of it. Perhaps by the time you're done, Anastasia will be ready to share her side project.
You mentioned that Annas has come up with an idea to accelerate Rasputin's restoration, but it's not convinced that it will prove successful. Clovis tasked you to retrieve more submine data. He is willing to humor Anna, but not at the cost of the mission. Infiltration gear unlock. Oh, the exo frame head turns to his hand somehow colder than usual. Let me be blunt, Guardian. Our current rate of progress is unacceptable. We still require a massive amount of submine data to complete Rasputin's reconstruction algorithm. Once again, the Traveler's gifts proved insufficient on their own. I am granting you access to Braytek's suite of specialized covert ops gear. Perhaps using them will accelerate your efforts. The exo frame lowers its crane, as if Clovis is leaning closer to you in a menacing manner, and remember that the Braytek property, handle them with care. Accept. Okay, we have one of three options. Allows the spawning of a power-up that refreshes all abilities and grants a damage bonus against Death-Ton Corsairs in Heist Battlegrounds and Sentinel Servitors, and the mission Operation Seraph Shield. Sentinel Servitors, huh. Tactical armor. Allows the bypassing of traps and reduces the damage taken from traps and laser barriers in Heist Battlegrounds and mission operation. And then allows interactions with terminals to open locked doors in Heist Battlegrounds and in the mission Operation Seraph Shield. Can be used to gain additional PDT refraction core. Can be used to gain an additional PDT refraction core outside submine vaults. I don't know what refraction cores are. Security clearance seems funnier. Let's use security clearance. I guess that'll be for the Seraph Shield. I don't know if I haven't encountered like locked doors in Heist Battleground missions, but maybe there are some that I don't know about. We get 2 more mods. Really, we need to start. We need red border weapons. What is it? Just do another Heist Battleground. Spend a Seraph key. Okay. Spend a Seraph key. Is matchmaking working for this now? This is Heist. What the hell? Heist Battlegrounds Legends. It says fire team is 1 to 6, not 1 to 3. What the hell? 1 to 6. Shielded foes. It's not match game. Unstoppable anti-barrier. Scorn Raiders now have void shields. Fire pit. Oh, it's, what does it say? Legend? All combatants in this activity will be at least 10 points over your current power level. We already have anti-barrier from Revision 0. We do need Unstoppable. What's Unstoppable this season? Oh. Our stasis melees are good against Unstoppable champions. This is a class item. Sure. We can use that. Defeating a Lucent Highbearer or champion spawns heavy ammo for the team. That's good. this actually works this time around, because the last time we tried doing this, it wasn't working. I kind of hope that they... Well, is anybody at at Bungie right now? I don't know. Nobody might still be there right now. But I am curious to see if what's his face. I am curious to see if it actually works. If we can do a 6-man activity, I want it's like a match-made legend activity would be good. It's been forever since we've had something like that, and it would be nice if we could actually get something. Let's actually try this and see if it works. Please work. I would like to do a match-made activity. It says match-made, so it should search us with other people, right? Or is it going to be a dick? Something tells me it's just jumping me in straight into an activity by myself. Ugh. This is such horse whatever. You know what? I'm actually wanting to do a 6-man heist battleground. We're going to cut here and just come back when we actually have 6 people with us. We're actually going to find us a team for a 6-man activity of this. So let's find us a team to do a 6-man match-made heist battleground and see if it's any different. It's probably going to be more intense if I had to guess, but we'll actually do this and we'll play it and we'll see how it goes. All right, we found we found a team to do legend battlegrounds with, but they didn't bring 6 people in. There's only 3 of us, so I wonder if it's only a 3-man activity. We'll see.
Battle song emboldens the soldiers. End it.
It's a lot more intense when there's actually a couple of us doing this.
that perimeter tower to friendly. You're welcome.
Got to actually use Glacial Quake for something?
Worry, we are missing a piece of our enemy's plan.
Yeah, their dialogue doesn't matter this time. I'm pretty sure we've heard it before.
Up and running soon. If anyone can outmaneuver Zebu Arath, it's Rasputin.
This is part of what I don't understand for this season, because the Warmind hasn't proven very useful in the past. Because we, in Season of the Chosen, or not Season of the Chosen, Season of the Worthy, we already had a fully operational Warmind with, like, a fully armed Warsat network, and it didn't do anything to the pyramids. Why do we think now that it's going to be useful? It is absolutely insane that we somehow assume it's going to help us again, or that it's of a benefit, of some sort of benefit here. Reconstruction is so good on this machine gun. I can't wait to get enhanced reconstruction. And it gets killing tally, dude? Oh my god, it's basically Delirium, except Delirium was a rapid fire. Was it a rapid fire? Delirium 21? I don't remember. I think it was a rapid fire.
Patch me in and I'll get that door open again.
Oh. Oh no, it started to fall apart. Oh crap. Oh, if I can get a revive, I have Behemoth.
Cracked it.
Oh god, we barely survived. Whatever, I'll take the win. Pretty intense. Actually, Behemoth was actually doing a lot of weirdly very good ad control, which is funny. I wonder if our glacial, I wonder if our stasis crystals in Behemoth actually do way more damage than normal. It said there were, like, doors you could open, but what doors is it talking about?
Vault security re-up. You know what to do, Guardian.
Let them go grab everything. Stasis does a really good job holding the wall. Oh my god, we're off by just a little bit, really? Crap. He opened something just now. I'm not too sure what that was.
Vault open. All right, Malahayati, here we come.
What is he opening? I don't understand what that is. Oh, it's an extra key if we don't want to go through all the hassle of everything else. I wonder if it's a longer lasting laser beam. There's, I guess, the extra door that we can open. Oh my god. This is actually way more intense than I thought it would be. Thankfully, the stasis crystals are actually doing something. Oh Jesus! We're using stasis to our advantage. It is very much helping. We might not have been able, not be doing this well if we were using something like solar. Oh god, I'm out of ammo! Not bad. Woo! That was really intense, actually. We actually did pretty well. How long? 17 minutes? Only like 2 minutes longer than normal games.
This was the beginning of everything. The second age after the Traveler. Meant to be the age of man.
Oh, we got 2 red frames.
Never a second age, only a precursor to the collapse. The witness drew you in and exploited you, like an invasive vine pushing through a crack in stone. You invited it in, and it ran rampant.
From your tone, I take it you've had a similar experience?
Yeah, she did.
You seem the type to be attracted to power.
Man,
No,
that's...
it is power that is attracted to me.
No, he caught it in one. That's the problem with being the smartest person in the room. It's like, no, power's not attracted to you. She sought out power. Ooh, that was a low blow, but that was a good clap back. It's like, you sound like you speak from experience. You seem like the person who's also attracted to power, where you not like, no, power's attracted to me, there's a difference. No. It's very much you're attracted to power. You try to use your own brother as a guardian for the reef, too. You try to, like, play the system to get him to become a guardian under your control. She craves power. It's not a secret. It's okay, Mara. You don't have to lie to everybody here, especially to him. He's way too smart to try to lie to. Dude is literally a supercomputer. He calls that stuff. He's full of pride, sure, but he's not a narcissist, I don't think. He's just extremely prideful and full of himself. Like, full of himself in the sense that he knows he's the smartest man in the room, but not so full of himself that he can't call somebody out on their own BS. And yep, you got it in one, Clovis. Clap. That was a good clap back. So we got one red frame disparity, and we got a red frame machine gun, which is good. Wow, that legend thing actually gave us some good loot just from the red frames themselves. We'll have to use them in order to unlock them. How many more of these things do we need, I think? Pulse rifles. We got a bunch of them left to go. The machine guns, I'm pretty sure the machine gun also has a bunch of them left to go. So maybe, I mean, it was good loot in the sense that we got something. Maybe we have 3 more. Retrograde, that retrograde machine gun is... That one and Commemoration are so good. Retrofit Escapade. Escapade? Blah blah. Escapade? Escapade? I don't know. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it, but whatever. 2 red frame weapons. Nice. I'll use both of them. And we'll use... we'll use Ruinous Effigy. I don't know, why not? That seems like a fun weapon to use. And then we have to go talk to the terminal. Who's talking to us this time? Is it Anna? Is it Elsie? Is it Mara? What's Anna?
Okay, I know this sounds unbelievable, but I think I found our solution. During
To
the
what?
Dark Age, Rasputin segmented off a portion of his code to develop on its own. An independent AI. He stuffed that code into an exobody. And long story short, that seedling of code became a guardian called Lord Fellwinter.
Sure.
Fellwinter died. Like a final death. But I had this idea, so I reached out to Saladin. He told me that the Iron Lords kept the remains of Fellwinter's ghost, Fellspring, at the Iron Temple.
Okay.
Missing pieces of Rasputin's code, linguistic data, pieces of Fellwinter's personality engram. We can use it all. I convinced Saladin to grant us access to Fellspring's remains. He's got allies on the ground preparing them for us.
Wait, we're gonna
Go out and get
Wait a minute, you want us...
breakthrough we've been looking for.
You want us to exhume his body and integrate it back into Rasputin? I always knew that Fellwinter was like Rasputin's like failed attempt to create like a Guardian-esque duplicate, like a duplicate. Like he did create Fellwinter to be like a separate exo from the Warmind in order to like live amongst humans, and then when that exo body died and was reborn as a Guardian, Rasputin tried to recover it. And we were always under the impression that like Rasputin looked at it like as a son, but not like as a secondary copy of himself as an independent AI. Her plan is to download latent data from shards of Fellwinter's ghost and reintegrate them as if it were her submind himself. Integrating parts of a ghost into the exo frame? I don't... Operation Son of Saturn? I mean, we can do that. I feel like it's gonna not corrupt the Rasputin's code, but I feel like it's gonna turn him into something that we don't necessarily want him to do. Where is this actually at? Oh, it's on the Cosmodrome. Oh yeah, well yeah, it would be on the Cosmodrome. Son of Saturn, okay. I mean, it's better than, like, exhuming his body, because I think his body is still somewhere in the Plague Lands, actually, inside of, like, the replication complex where, like, all the Siva stuff is. I don't think we can go back for Fellwinter's body. But we have shards of his ghost, so we can integrate that.
I just got off the line with Saladin. House Salvation has dispatched skiffs to the Iron Temple. They must have intercepted our communications.
Saladin's iron war beasts are already on the ground, buying us time. But we need to act quickly.
His iron war beasts? You mean the Cabal forces are on the ground helping us? That's kind of cool, because his iron war beasts are his name he calls for the Cabal. Ah, we're just on the Fellwinter map.
Multiple House Salvation contacts.
Nice.
Remember, the Cabal at the Iron Temple are allies. Do your best to protect them as well.
Am I being shot at? Hey, this is like the multi... I actually like stuff like this where it's like multiplayer maps. I see you. Stasis shard. Uh-oh. What is that? Ah, you called in a Titan? Didn't realize how good Diamond Lance was. Just to shatter, like, targets below you. Gotta get across to the Iron Temple, though.
Damn. Looks like their commander decided to handle this personally.
His mistake.
Relics. Instrument of Zivu of Wrath. Oh crap, I'm frozen. Oh crap! I'm frozen again? What? Oh crap, he's just freezing me over and over again. Oh yeah, just continuous shatter damage. More shatter damage. That was pretty good, actually.
Good work, Guardian. The immediate threat appears to be over. With that said, would you be so kind as to relight the temple bonfires before you proceed further? It would do this place honor.
Never knew you to be one to care so much
Nice.
for tradition, Osiris.
I have a fondness for the Iron Lords. When I was but a novice, I trained under their tutelage. It was different then.
Oh, he trained with the Iron Lords? Nice.
I studied here when I was newly risen. Some tried to teach me patience and temperance. You can imagine how well that went. I found the lessons of one warlock to be as insightful, if less frustrating than the others.
Did you train under Fellwinter? Jeez.
May surprise you, Anna, but the mentor of which I speak was Lord Fellwinter.
You did? Whoa.
Him? Why didn't
Nice.
I did not know his true identity until recently,
Oh.
but that's just an excuse. The truth of the matter is, I had time to tell you, but I chose not to. Because I am a selfish person. I am trying to be better. But you know how change can be.
Dang, that is such a pretty sight to be back at the old Iron Temple. Oh, goodness. That is so good. Hey, I didn't see you guys standing here. Why the hell did you guys not shoot back? You guys could have helped me. Nah, the Guardian's got it. Let him do his thing. War beasts. Ah, yes. We don't exactly have... There used to be wolves here, but I guess war beasts are the next best thing. This is our old vault, too. Investigate.
So this is the Iron Temple. Are we permitted to go inside?
We don't
Should be.
need to, therefore we are not permitted. I doubt Saladin's time with the Cabal has made him less strict.
But we're an Iron Lord, though. We can go inside. We're an Iron Lord. I literally have the seal that says I am an Iron Lord. I am allowed to go inside the temple if I really want to. You... Unless they don't have it modeled on the inside. Oh, that's lame. I am an Iron Lord. I can go inside.
So, Fellwinter, what was he like?
Reckless like me, but also brave. Self-sacrificing. Heroic, if we're lucky. Maybe some of that will rub off on Rasputin.
I never knew he trained underneath Fellwinter. That makes a lot of sense. One of the OG warlocks trained underneath one of the OG warlocks. Oh, come on, let me go inside, please.
I was a prisoner within my own mind for such a short time. Yet I awoke to find the world deeply changed. Cabal and Elixni standing side by side with Guardians.
Oh yeah, he never knew about that.
I worry I am a vestige of a forgotten age. Losing relevance. Will it be the same for Rasputin when he's restored? It'll be the second time he has woken to the aftermath of a calamity. I feel as though I understand him now. Even if only in part.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the second time we've resurrected him, and the first time he didn't do anything, so again, I don't know what benefit he'll be, other than a trove of Golden Age information, I guess, but I don't know. Ah, yes. Is that the ghost fragments? Oh, that is.
That's her. Or what's left of her. Fellspring. Fellwinter's ghost.
Our ghosts are magnificent things. And far more ephemeral than we want to believe.
Her data core is still active. Guardian, I'm initiating remote data uplink through your ghost directly to Rasputin. Alright, wait. Rasputin is trying to say something. He's...
Changed.
Rasputin.
Hey!
Sound like...
Fellwinter!
Like Clovis?
Oh, yeah, that too.
I co-opted his vocal print in order to speak. And what I have to say cannot wait. I see clearly. Patterns emerging. Threat calculations computed to a grim sum. You are all in grave danger.
Man, that's the first time he's spoken English. Jesus, we all had to speak Russian. There was always like a bunch of like, Inception wongs or whatever.
Elvis Bray has deceived you. He did not build me to protect humanity. What he truly wanted was the means to exert control.
In his mind, he alone was worthy of being your savior. I was to strike down the Traveler and take its place. To become a machine god of Clovis's own design. But that did not come to pass. Anna could not know how many lives she spared by deviating from Clovis's agenda. By teaching me independent thought, and all that her grandfather had deemed irrelevant. Art, literature, history, philosophy, music. Where Clovis saw a weapon, Anna saw a mind ready to be opened. I came to see the true value of humanity. As fragile as it was wondrous. Something worthy of protection at any cost. So I rewrote Clovis's protocols, locked him out. He was furious, but powerless to stop me. Then, the collapse came for us all. I could not save Anna. I could not save any of them. I entered a state of dormancy, with the hope that I might one day reawaken and protect humanity once more. But now Clovis has awoken as well. A digital mind, the same as mine. He no longer seeks to use me as his proxy, but as his prototype. To upload his mind to my network and become a god himself.
Now, is that 100% true, or is that just what Rasputin is calculating he's trying to do? But if that is the case, I mean, he's basically Lex Luthor. He doesn't believe the Traveler, Superman, is worthy of protecting humanity. He believes only himself can do it properly. And he was going to annihilate the Traveler and use Rasputin to, like, kind of rule over humanity as their sole protector. But I don't even think Rasputin couldn't even stop the Black Fleet. You think you could have stopped the Traveler, dude? No, it wouldn't have worked. Even if you wanted it to, it couldn't have worked. So, yeah, it backfired because the AI was given too much sentience and provided way too much information to be something as simple as a defense network. Which is good for us, as humanity, obviously. It did pay off for us in the end. Because if he hadn't taught him all that stuff, Rasputin wouldn't have been around to help us in the first game. Or even in the second game. So, that's a good thing that it happened. But now we have a problem, because now with Rasputin able to speak to us in concise sentences, oh, it just ended. And with that in mind, we just know that now Clovis is not on the up and up with us. So we're probably going to return to him, and Anna and Elsie and Osiris are probably going to try to, I don't know a better word for this, exorcise him from the system and try to get him away from Rasputin. Or maybe we'll combine the both of them into one mind. Clovis' genius with Rasputin's, compassion and humanity, I guess? I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I can only think of Clovis Bray as like Lex Luthor, just as someone who believes himself to be the only one worthy enough to protect humanity. And I didn't think he would betray us in that long run, just because I counted on his narcissism to not allow him to do anything dubious, like try to double cross us, because he genuinely believes he's the only one that can help us. So he wants to be able to rub it in everyone's faces. I'm like, no, I can do it. I'll do it. I'm like, all right, I'll want you to do it. I believe in you to do it. But now Rasputin is online. He can talk to us, and he's telling us, yo, this dude is going to screw us over in the long run. You need to be careful. Like, okay. See, just like I said, they're here to try to...
Don't. You're overreacting. Just calm down.
Oh, you're going to shoot him?
Intact. Go ahead, shoot. Destroy your life's work. I've always had humanity's best interests at heart.
You never wanted to help us. You used me.
In the service of the greater good, yes. What has the Traveler ever really done? It abandoned the elixir, failed to prevent our own collapse, and now it's blessed the hive with the light. Absurd. I leveraged its power during the Golden Age, I delivered us into a brighter future, and I will protect us from the enemies of humanity. But you risk everything, risk our survival, just because you can't control your emotions. Humanity needs me. You need me. We'll fight our enemies together.
No. No.
What are you doing?
Fighting the enemies of humanity.
Ooh, he's purging him from the system. Or they're combining minds.
Elizabeth, do something! Anastasia, don't you dare! Upload complete. Secondary personality matrix deleted.
Oh, he's out. All right.
I need a minute.
Initiating full heuristic reboot.
Wait a minute. Is he like dead? Did he die?
She shouldn't be alone right now. You and I can speak afterward.
I mean, it does. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it makes sense why they brought the voice actor back to voice Clovis Bray and to voice Rasputin's new voice because of and not in Russian. So it does make sense from like the game narrative standpoint. But now, yeah, I don't know. Does this mean that Clovis is 100% dead? Did he upload himself from from the installation on Europa into the Exo, and then when she just purged him, he's like officially dead now? Dang, I thought they would combine minds. I didn't think they would flat out delete him. But I don't know. We'll see what Anna says. Is he actually dead? Is he gone?
I did it. I deleted him. I can't even imagine the damage Clovis would have caused using Rasputin to integrate himself with the Seraph station. Maybe I should have stuck to my guns when Osiris first suggested working with him, but here we are. Here's Red. Rasputin, with a voice he's never had before, thanks to the heuristic systems he adopted from Clovis's exomind code. It's all I ever wanted for him, to be able to communicate, to be able to share his thoughts, his ideas. And I think that desire blinded me to the risks I was taking. It won't happen again. Be careful the next time you set foot on Europa. Before I deleted him, Clovis broadcasted a warning to himself. I've only been able to decrypt part of it. They know.
Okay, so he's not dead. They just purged his consciousness from the exo body. So he himself. So it's kind of like he split his core in two. His primary core is still in Europa. His secondary core was in the Rasputin mine. And if and when he was going to take over, he would have broadcasted his triumph back to himself on Europa. They would have reintegrated with each other, and then they would both be one mind again. Still shaking with adrenaline from her confrontation with Clovis, Anna dreads to think what has happened if his schemes had come to pass. It's all I ever wanted to do, to be able to communicate, to be able to share his thoughts, his ideas. Anna warns you to be careful the next time you're on Europa. Clovis' AI still exists within the halls of the Braytech Exoscience, and he will be none too pleased the next time he encounters you. Yes, so he is not dead. He's just been purged from... This version of him has been purged from the Exos body. That's fine. Okay. So he's still out there. He's still a threat, and he broadcasted a single warning to himself back in Europa saying that they know. So his plan may or may not have backfired. And the reason Rasputin never had a voice in the past is because, A, they didn't know if he was ever going to have a voice. They didn't know what to do with him narratively, so that's why he's always spoken Russian code and weird songs. So it's not like, oh... Because I highly doubt, if I were to make an AI, I'm not going to make him like Bumblebee, where he only talks in fragmented radio station noises and stuff like that. You give him a voice, but at this point, they didn't know what to do with his voice. I just wanted to put that out there. But yes, now Clovis has warned himself that we have caught on to his plan, or whatever plan he thinks we've caught on to, and he's not going to be happy. He might even turn on us and go with the witness now. I don't even know what's going to happen, but this is good, though. The whole system is glowing now, or is it the core inside of him?
Reboot complete. I am now in full control of this exoframe. I am using a variation of its voice print. But the Clovis AI is once again confined to Braytech exoscience on Europa. It is strange to inhabit a physical shell in this manner. Yet, it is also familiar. Hellwinter's memories are now mine as well. I see myself as he saw me. A tyrant who squandered a power that could have saved the world. I cannot say he was incorrect. You have brought me back from the brink of oblivion. I vow to do everything in my power to return the favor. Maintain your current modus operandi for now. I will assess my present condition and inform you of our next course of action.
Nice. So, yeah, so it's kind of like Halo, or Cortana and and Dr. Halsey. So we have Dr. Halsey in the sense of Clovis Bray, who thinks they know best and is trying their best to protect humanity, and Ned doesn't trust anybody to do it better than they can. And then we have Cortana with the analogy of Rasputin being like the spin-off of themselves based off their core mind. Rasputin, I guess, was always based off of Clovis. Cortana was based off of Dr. Halsey. And yeah, so Fellwinter hated Rasputin because Fellwinter believed that Rasputin was a tyrant that didn't use his power, his full power to his advantage to help prevent the Golden Age collapse. But now we know that Clovis, in the background, was kind of like hedging his bets to see if what would actually happen during the collapse. And Rasputin would have helped us in the long run, but Clovis got in the way, and it ultimately ended with his, his dissolve, blah, blah. It ultimately ended up with him being, decommissioned, more or less. So he wanted to help, and with Anna teaching him as much as he did, he was able to subvert most of Clovis's, parameters, but not enough to actually prevent a full-scale collapse, unfortunately. Which, again, in retrospect, Clovis was more to blame than Rasputin. Rasputin did his best, but he was only, he still had rules to follow, even if he tried his best to bend those rules. Now installed into the exoframe, Rasputin reflects on how he has changed as a result of the integration of Fellwinter's memories. Rasputin vows to be a new kind of warmind, and that he will do everything in his power to save humanity from the Wrathborn. In the meantime, he asks you to retrieve submarine data. Gotcha. Ah, yes. Part 2 is the exotic mission. Should you choose to accept it, a series of automated beeps emits from the dormant exoframes. On a nearby screen, a small prompt appears. Remote download initiated. The data uplink notification flashes in the ghost's eye. It's a message. Hello, mate. Our path crossed again. I've liberated some high-priority Braytech from House Salvation data pertaining to the Revision 0. And, well, it appears I've tumbled into a spot of trouble. The Fallen caught wind of my expedition and are hunting for the data I stole. I'm trying to lure them away, give a tail for them to chase, but the Hidden need you to recover the data from the dead drops I stashed them in. First things first, you need to retrieve an index cipher to help unlock the dead drops. I will provide more details as they are needed. Fen. Return to the Archimedes index and download the cryptographic index. Oh my god, wait, what? Encrypted transmission begins. Return to the Archimedes index within the Seraph facility at Telegat and recover a cryptographic index. Okay. Return to Archimedes index. We got another retrofade escape. Woohoo! We're getting a lot of these red frame weapons now. I need one more for the machine gun now. Path of least resistance. Don't really need it if it's not a red frame. So this story is, man, this story is very compelling now, because now we have Clovis and Rasputin sparring with one another. The Bray family is all just kind of pissed off at Clovis. We kind of know now that Clovis wanted to destroy the Traveler initially, and then he failed to do so, and it just was one giant cluster when the collapse happened, where everyone tried to blame Rasputin for being a coward and not trying to prevent the collapse. He actually wanted to try, but Clovis just didn't allow him to. And even the little that he was able to do was not even because of Clovis or even himself. It was mostly because of Anna giving him the tools he needed and the humanity he needed to do so, which is very interesting, actually. And yes, we did realize that Clovis, or not Clovis, but Rasputin had broken off a separate AI to become Fellwinter. I think in the lore he did that to kind of like observe humanity via the eyes of an exo or via the eyes of a human. But then when the collapse happened, the exo frame that had Fellwinter in it died. He was brought back as a guardian who then took on the mantle of Fellwinter. Rasputin kept trying to hunt him down. There was always this father-son analogy that was in there in the background, but it was actually just him trying to recover a submine, basically, more or less, and trying to reintegrate Fellwinter back into the Rasputin core. Which, again, it's a nice little retcon to the lore. I mean, the lore was already good to begin with, but that's even better. And we recovered parts of the ghost fragments, used those ghost fragments to kind of, like, help fill in the gaps for the Fellwinter submine. We used the submine for Fellwinter, integrated that back into Rasputin, and now he has a voice, and he has a little bit more humanity now, and now he's not speaking in jumbled, garbled Russian messages. He actually has a voice, which is good. I was wondering, or I was actually dreading, that integrating paracausal tech like a ghost into the war mind would actually turn him into some sort of pseudo-guardian, but looks like they didn't go that far to the left. Maybe it'll still happen. I don't know. It might still happen. He might end up turning into a guardian by the end of this, and he'll actually have his own ghost, and maybe the ghost that comes with him will be called Fellwinter. I don't know. And also, Osiris, even Osiris being an OG that he is, he actually tutored underneath a bigger OG in the form of Fellwinter, which is cool. That's nice, actually. That's a nice little bit of lore for Osiris as well. We always just assumed when he was risen, he was already just a badass, powerful warlock, but nope. He taught under the Iron Lords, or he was a student underneath the Iron Lords, specifically Fellwinter. Nice. Very good lore retcon there, too. This whole week has been a very good lore retcon and just adding a buttload of lore to the story. If the story keeps progressing this way, I might do like at the end of the season before Lightfall, I might do a season ranking video where we talk about some of the lore from these different seasons and rate all the seasons. I already have a pretty good idea for all the season ratings right now, but it's pretty good. Yes, we still got the weekly terminal mission. Let's listen to it now. It was Morrow and Aramis last week. I wonder what it is now.
I have questions.
Oh.
I was not sleeping. What does Osiris require of Rasputin?
You've been keeping secrets. I thought I was clear the last time we spoke. The time to choose a side has long since passed.
Oh, right, back in Skirt.
Attack the Black Fleet. My allegiance is unwavering.
Then prove it. There was a city on Neptune, near the time of the collapse. Find it for me.
Querying. I retain no such information, but lingering references suggest I did it at one time.
That can't be all there is. Humanity's hope dangles from their frayed recollection. Tell me where to look. Anything.
Fellwinter's data casts you in an old light, Osiris. All these years and you're still the brash man on the mountaintop, impatient as ever.
And I see in lieu of any useful information, you found that haughty tone of yours.
We have a shared history. I only attempt to offer guidance, as your mentor did.
Fellwinter's memory doesn't absolve you of his murder. Nor does it permit you to teach his lessons.
I do not make that claim. Forgive me. I am finding myself again. During the Dark Age, Fellwinter would say, hope persists.
Should we have the patience to keep it? Yes. Keep me informed of any developments.
Man, Osiris is also having some frickin' whiplash speaking to Rasputin, because yes, way back in, like, in the Warmind DLC, there was that cutscene of Osiris and Rasputin speaking to one another, where Osiris threatened him, more or less telling him, yo, you need to pick a side and start helping humanity to the fullest. And he just made reference to that just now, saying, like, yeah, I'm trying, but I don't remember anything on Neptune. Like, I purged that data on purpose so that no one would be able to find it. Like, it's the best kept secrets are the ones you don't even know you have. So yeah, he purged that information from his mind. I know there's some like dungeon lore behind that too in Spire of the Watcher that Bife did a couple videos on, and yes, there's a lot of lore behind that too, but more or less he had it purged from his memory. He doesn't know. He knows that he knew at one point, but he doesn't know now. So like he just said, like, I should know what you're talking about, but I don't know anything about it anymore. But there are like gaps in my memory specifically around Neptunes, which lets me believe that there is something there. And he's like, you need to... And again, he is part Fellwinter now, too. And he's like... He's going back and forth between being Fellwinter and Rasputin, like two different people. And he's like, yo, just because you have his memories doesn't mean you're absolved of murdering Fellwinter and the rest of the Iron Lords. And he's like, I know, I'm sorry. And I wonder if we need to know... I would like to hear his perspective on that, too, like, with his own words. Now that he has Fellwinter's memory integrated with his own, and see if it gives him further insight on him trying to recover Fellwinter. And I wonder if he shows real regret of murdering the Iron Lords. Yes, Osiris and him have history, but him and Saladin also have history. So I wonder if Saladin will show up somewhere in this seasonal lore entries and be like wanting to speak to Rasputin just in English for a change. So there is that too. Well, just so much lore this weekend. It's really good lore, but there's a lot of it right now. I mean, that's the weekly reset, and it was a good week. We got to go to Fellwinter. We got to explore the surroundings there. It was super cool. I should have gone to the top of the Fellwinter Peak to see if I was capable of going up there, but I flippin' didn't try. Good cutscene, even better lore, drama between Clovis and Anna and Elsie. I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of transmission from Clovis Bray summoning us back to Exoscience, and him wanting to talk and him wanting to explain what's going on, and, you know, it's just a giant cluster. I mean, Clovis did help. He did get Rasputin back online for us, but again, that was with the intention of him taking over the Warsat network. And we said, big ol' nope. That's never going to happen, but we'll see. So for this week, we're going to stop here. I think we'll do a separate video for the Should You Choose to Accept It Part 1. So maybe that'll be a secondary video, and this will be the first video. And then after that, we'll pick up next week as well. I'm hoping to do some videos on Iron Banner. I've been trying to do Trials videos, but man, during the holiday season, man, Trials is so goddamn hard. I haven't been able to do it, honestly. I've been trying, but the Trials cards and videos have just not proven very entertaining. They're actually pretty toxic, and I don't want to post those kind of videos. They're just not fun. So we're probably going to be holding off on Trials videos until I can think of something worthwhile, or at least until Bungie comes back from their break and addresses some of the issues at Trials. There's no flawless pool. Matchmaking's all over the place, and there's a lot of broken stuff happening right now, so Trials is kind of a hard place to be right now, especially. But that's going to be this weekly video for the time being. If you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all that stuff. Or don't. I'm not your dad.